What up, everybody? Welcome to the Friday Brew with Calvin Tiger. Today's special guest is Derek Red.
What up?
So, Derek, are you a DJ?
No, I wish I was though.
Because you wrote DJ Derek on my wall like 10 years ago.
No, that was my rap name. I got a new one. It's D Martine.
D Martine, I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I like that a lot better.
It's like Dean Martin.
Yeah.
With the teen at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a thing over the E or the I? I mean.
No, it's a lowercase d, period, capital M Martine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Makes
With
sense.
Martinez without the Z at the end. Do you know?
Yeah. Okay. So it's like Martine.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to spell it so I can put it in my credits the correct way.
Yeah, you can just call me Derek.
Okay. The point of the Friday Brew is to have interesting people have an interesting conversation over a six-pack. But that six-pack is totally random. We don't know what we're getting into. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I'm kind of excited for this.
Did you hit record on your camera?
No. It's
Okay.
kind of just on right now.
That's fair.
It's alright.
Alright. So I'm going to go first. Whew! Miller Lite.
Pop's favorite. Alright. Kind of want one of these bottles. Oh, let's go.
Not bad. Not too shabby.
Not start off with, yeah.
So what do you think about Bud Light?
I like it. I think there's better stuff out there, but it's always a good option to go to. Like, you're at a bar, and you're like, what does everybody want? And everybody's like, I don't know, just get whatever you want. No one's gonna complain about having either Bud Light or Budweiser.
Whenever I'm given the option to just get whatever you want, we'll all like it. I'm like, oh, I'm about to fuck these people.
Just come back with shots. Oh, I
I'm
got
like,
tequila. What happened?
No, I wouldn't do that because I'm not that big of a fan of tequila, to be honest.
Tequila makes your clothes fall off, by the way.
So does being Calvin Tiger.
Woohoo!
See, there's too much hesitation. If I had said it without the hesitation, then it truly would be effective that way.
Yeah.
But
It's all about timing. Comedy is about timing.
True, that is true. With improv, doing improv for 4 years, and I didn't do it beforehand. So I basically went from 0% knowledge of how to do comedy to a pretty solid base. That's like literally the difference between getting a laugh and people staring at you is timing, like down to the millisecond.
Timing.
Exactly.
Timing. Acting.
I actually I took up I took this one class about writing jokes, but then I dropped it right before we got to the setups.
They had a class about writing jokks?
Yeah.
You had to buy a book and stuff for that?
Yeah. But I didn't buy the book. I actually dropped the class right when it got to the point about setups because the professor was so old.
Comedy! That was awesome. Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Wait, so was it really a class?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
No.
Continue.
So tell me, what do you do? What is it? What are you? Who are you? What's interesting?
Well, just a kid who lives in U City and likes to have fun. I work at the YMCA over in Chesterfield. Take care of kids, you know. Starting to get worried about the mustache, you know. It's okay. Won't steal your kids.
Because the mustache means that
Yes,
you're
it does.
a child thief.
Yeah, absolutely.
Either that or a porn star. Or insanely good at tennis.
Oh, hey, you know.
I forgot you played
I
tennis.
did play tennis.
He's one of, like, the 3% of people that play tennis regularly.
I actually enjoy it, yeah.
No, I enjoy playing it.
Me
It's
and,
not
like,
often.
soccer moms play tennis.
Yeah.
Which is the best, because all the whole, like, tennis moms, absolute babes.
Yep.
Most of them, I wouldn't say all of them, majority of them,
Yeah.
smoking hot.
So when you play tennis, you usually play with soccer moms? Or in the vicinity of?
No.
Are there a lot of soccer moms around? Or tennis moms, I should say. There are a lot of tennis moms around.
Back here there is, but over in where I live, it's all just a lot of black people play tennis. It's surprising, but they're actually really good.
Yeah.
Like, they're just quick, and it's awesome. And, you know, you play, like, pick-up games, like basketball and stuff, but, you know, but with tennis, and they're just really good. Like, I was playing the other day, and I was just hitting around. I just rode my bike up to the courts, and this guy just pulled up in a truck. He's like, hey, you want to hit around? I was like, yeah, why not? he was actually really good. Whooped my ass. Like, he was like, got to be like 45, 48, something like that, and he just came in and just dominated.
He's that guy that like shows up in the club for that one song. He waits around all night for that one song, kills it, does a super awesome dance, and then like pieces out.
Yes.
Like, yes. No, there's this guy in St. Louis. God, I've learned his name like 10 times, but I can't remember.
Is this the guy you had on Facebook? You looking for him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was looking for him on Facebook. He is like a professional. He considers himself to be like professional karaoke and a Michael Jackson impersonator. And the way I found out about him was I was at a bar called Tiff's in St. Louis. And Tiff's is the bomb, by the way. It's right there next to Morgan Street Brewery on the landing. And this dude came in, and I thought he looked strange because he's like 6 foot tall. He's like Slender Man with hair.
Oh, yikes.
So he's like super tall. He's like 6'3", probably like 140 pounds, super skinny. And he was wearing like black slacks, which went up to like my neck because of how skinny he was. And then he had on a silver button-up shirt with like a chain coming down, like one of those skinny silver ones.
Yeah.
And he was just like hanging out by the DJ the whole night. I didn't think anything of it. Except that he's like staying. And then all of a sudden, they played Billie Jean, and he just comes to the dance floor and just like kills it. And you know, he's doing the whole thing. He's like shaking his leg and he's doing this. And he's like, people always told me. Like doing the whole, like they had the facial expressions down and everything. The song was over, went up, gave daps to the DJ and rolled out. And everybody was like clapping for him and everything. I was like, what is this?
Dude probably got mad poon that night too. Some like older lady was like,
yes.
I love you. Come home with me. He's like,
I imagine
sorry.
it was a short, stocky girl. That would make sense in my head.
Would.
It'd be like Prometheus and Bob from Kablam.
Kablam! Oh shit! Oh, what were the two guys' names? The guy and girl. It's maybe June, May.
What are you talking about?
The characters. And Kablam.
Oh, the actual cartoon.
Yeah.
The actual. I don't know. I don't remember.
One was like a month. The girl's name was a month.
Autumn? What's his name? Autumn? That's not a month, but it's seasonal. It's like time.
I'm pretty sure it was a month.
May, June. Well, was her name January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November?
I want to say it was like a weird month. Like it wouldn't be like April.
It was like November.
It was like
it was Spanish.
November. December. October? Octolibre.
Mayo? Her name? No. Dude, so Kablam was awesome because the toys, that was like that was after Toy Story came out, but it was still the idea that the toys could talk. But it was Melt Man with the power to melt.
Yes! You're bringing all this shit back. It's like Robot Chicken, but 15 years ago.
Yeah. No, it was. And they had Life with Loopy. And she would like fall into the couch.
Yes.
And go into like a fucking
she's
dream
like
world.
Really thin, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was like made out of. She was Kate Moss, actually. She was made out of paper.
Family Guy Kate Moss. Oh, look a window. Woo! No, but back to more about me.
Be an artist.
Yeah, okay. I play a little guitar. I like to sing. Cal invited me onto this podcast to play you guys a song later.
Live performance coming up in the brand new The Friday Brew live performing studio. So, probably play a song. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to do it. I'm kind of nervous. It's going to be a good time. So, have you performed live a lot?
Not a lot. You know, I try to, like, open mics.
Mm-hmm.
But I went to an open mic a couple weeks ago. You know who I saw? Brad.
Galusha?
No.
That's the only Brad I think I know.
No. He had a brother who was really good at guitar, too. He's in Bluefish.
What? What is Bluefish?
It's a band.
From
Wentzville. They're good.
I don't know of Bluefish.
Well, his name's Brad. And he played a song.
Oh! Barstool Standoff.
Yes!
Was what they used to be called. Yeah, because he dated...
that was his older brother's band.
That was his older brother. Nate was his older... What the hell was their last name?
No! He was really good though. Like
Yeah,
I
that
showed
dude
up right
was-
when he came on, and I was like, wow.
He was a good musician in high school.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
Him and those other two kids. The one kid played the drums.
Yeah,
on his lap.
they played Coney Island. Yeah, they're really good. They were cool dudes too.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
I told him good job, but I don't know if you remember who I was. So
maybe not.
that's whatever.
It's when you get done doing open mic, when you like come down from the stage, you're like not looking around to see if anyone's trying to like give you props, but you're at the same time you're looking around to see if anybody's giving you props.
Yeah.
If everybody
you're
was
kind of just like, all right, they either hated it or they loved it, and I'm walking right through the middle of them.
Right, and I'm going to go just get my stuff together and do exactly what I was doing beforehand, and if anybody wants to talk to me, I'm here all night. I'm not going to say that, but I'm going to stick around all night just in case anybody wants to tell me anything that could possibly boost my ego.
Yeah. That's what it was. It was cool because, you know, you can look out and you can see people just jamming and vibing, and any of those people that are just staring at you. And it's really weird, especially when you make eye contact with those people.
Yeah.
Because it just kind of just makes you freeze a little bit. But when you see people grooving and stuff, I mean, that's what makes me as an artist, as someone who performs music, it makes me really happy to see people. Just even if it's like the slightest thing, like a little finger tap or like just one of these. Maybe one of these.
Yeah, and then they like told their friend, they're like,
yeah. No, that's what makes me happy about making music. Yeah.
I can relate to that. I've played a lot of open mics.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that there'd be a lot of open mics for hip hop, but most places, when I said you do hip hop, they're like, no. And then I'm like, well, let me show you. Let me do one song. Just plug my phone in, please.
Yeah.
I do one song. They're like, okay, we could do that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's not because they thought I was gonna get up there and fucking do a Future and Lil Wayne remix.
Yeah.
But no, you'd be surprised how many places and how many people I go to do an open mic or like an audition somewhere, and they're like, "Are you going to be doing an original or a cover?" I'm like, "Are you? It's hip hop. I'm doing an original.
I'm not gonna. What am I gonna cover for fucking?
Do like fucking Tupac? Like
I'm just gonna throw out some J. Cole right here,
Yeah, so let me take full. let me get praise for not creating my own flow, not writing my own lyrics, not being smart or intuitive with that, and definitely not making the music. Let me just imitate somebody, and you guys love me for it. No, I'm doing a fucking original. Holy shit! And doing hip hop, it's a crazy spot for myself to be in a lot of times because I don't. First of all, the lack of skin pigment that I have plays a huge part in it for the beginning of it. Just up until I get on stage, and my appearance. I don't look like what a white rapper would look like. You know what I mean? Like Eminem is still like the go-to icon, the go-to avatar for white rappers.
Yeah, but then you got like Mac Miller and you got fucking.
It's starting to change now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like Hoodie Allen, Mac Miller. What's the other dude?
MGK.
No, MGK's different.
Macklemore.
I
don't know who else is getting popular. Spose was. I mean, I really like him.
Sammy Adams is something.
Sammy Adams.
They all kind of look the same.
G-Eazy. They're all kind of doing like a dapper. Yeah, it's like backpack rap.
Yeah,
kind of look. Yeah,
it's cool though. Like I enjoy listening to Mac Miller, and I can throw on some Moosh and Twist and just
Moosh and Twist. How about that OCD, man?
Dude, I love that band.
The
group. They're just my roommate turned me on to them. And they're just awesome.
Did you get into them from Hoodie Allen?
No.
Okay, because they have a song.
Yeah. I have that song downloaded. It's not bad. Hoodie Allen is not bad in that song. He's okay in other songs.
I don't see the appeal in Hoodie Allen. I like his music, his choruses. I think he's a great hook man, but I don't see the appeal that he has with his lyrics and his soft little
No, yeah.
Yeah, girl. You are not a robot. Like I don't
like it sounds good with an acoustic guitar, but when you're trying to jam and get pumped up, like Hoodie Allen, you can just throw that out. Like that's not
like even when he's like, all American. I'm like, you sound like Butters, bro. And maybe I'm being critical because I do hip hop, but when people first showed me Hoodie Allen, I was like, no, I'm not feeling this.
Chicks love him though.
Yeah, I know. He's almost a boy band
rapper
as a person.
But he has some catchy stuff.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. He has some. And I've listened to some of his stuff, and I really like some of his stuff. And one of the first songs I learned on guitar was That song he does with Moosh and Twist.
Yeah.
I can't even fucking think of it. I can't remember it.
You already know just where I be, though. I ain't being cocky. Philly what I'm ripping. Watch me check it like it's hockey.
There's a dude that's with the same record label as Moosh and Twist. It's this white guy.
Yeah.
Really rich. Like he was rich growing up. Really rich, very smart, very well dressed, but he's got some of the most clever lines. I've watched 2 of his videos and that's it. I couldn't get over his voice, but his punchlines, his metaphors, I was like, dude, no, stop being so good. I don't want you to be good. I don't want to like you,
but I'm enjoying this.
Right, I don't want you to be good because I don't like anything about you because his music was like, got a couple bad bitches on my dick. You know, it was like a bunch of stupid shit. But he also had really clever punchlines, really smart things. He was just very degrading to women. I can't think of his name. I'll have to look it up and find it. I don't even know why I brought it up if I can't say the name of it to the camera.
You know Moosh and Twist don't cuss in their songs?
Really?
Yeah. They try to, I guess they try not to. They'll say, like, damn or something. But that's not, like, they don't say bitch or...
That's interesting because it's pretty easy to rhyme the same words.
That's what they said. They don't want to dumb down their music. They want to yeah.
So you could say like fuck, luck, trucks, duck, puck, nuck if you buck.
Now just try to say fudge.
Yeah.
Fudge, budge.
Don't hold a grudge. Come over here, I ain't gonna punch you, I'll give you a nudge. Then we'll go fucking play in the mud. If you're talking to the judge and you feel some mud, diarrhea. Do you remember those jokes when we were kids? They'd always like rhyme and then they'd be like, diarrhea.
Yeah.
I hated when people said that. I really did when I was young. Like, you'd have that friend that would say that joke and then he would laugh so ridiculously and I would just think to myself, wow, I need new friends.
It's like the people who say YOLO. Stop it.
I think YOLO, but I'd stay away from saying it.
But if you think about YOLO, you only live once. Why wouldn't you want to preserve that time you have on the planet by doing safe things, not stupid things?
Because safe things usually don't yield a good story. And the whole point of YOLO is you only live once, make the most out of it. Do as much crazy stuff as you can. I'm going to go skydiving this weekend. YOLO!
I feel like people throw out YOLO like it's just anything, though.
Well, it became a reason to not give a fuck.
Yeah.
It became a reason to...
Make an ass of yourself?
Yeah. To not give a shit. So, you shouldn't spend that money. You shouldn't go to the bar tonight. You don't have money to spend on these women, but your friend's like, YOLO! True that. And then you go spend all that money, and then you don't pay your rent, then you got to move back in with your parents. I don't know. That didn't happen to me, by the way.
Stay in school.
That's not my situation, but I've seen it happen to people.
Yeah, it gets fucked. Welcome to... Hey, how's it going?
I think YOLO... Oh, man. I can just relate everything back to music, how people treat situations now. Almost everything that I see in hip-hop that's negative, or everything I see in reality that's negative, I could almost relate all of it back to hip-hop, in a way. As far as, people's intentions, people around us. Now, I'm not saying, terrorists are listening to Future, and they're like, yeah, we just get rich and then blow up your country. Yeah. You know what I mean? They're not thinking that. But, I mean,
no,
our generation.
I do think that hip-hop is growing. I think that now we're starting to get to the smart age of hip-hop. Instead of making a song that's going to be number one and make lots of money, people are more making into the, let's get inside your head and let's make you think about doing something different. I
think that's always been around. I think conscious hip-hop has always been around. It just hasn't been as prevalent. And so, over time, we don't find it because it's been filtered out.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
I
think it might be just our age, too, because right now we're coming into the time where we're more into underground music.
And more understand. A lot of stuff. Like I have so many younger siblings, and they listen to popular music.
Yeah.
And I can't justify my sister listening to One Direction and say, "Tonight, let's get drunk and live while we're young," or "Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young." Yeah. In my head, I can't justify that being okay. That's just an example from earlier tonight. But Rihanna, cheers to the freaking weekend. You know, I can't justify my younger siblings listening to that type of music and thinking it's okay, but it goes right over their head. So
yeah, but things are getting so much more risque now.
It is true.
Like with music and television. Like yesterday, I watched Workaholics. Absolutely amazing. But it was so raunchy. And then I watched the show after that. It was like Girl Code, Broads City, something like that. And it was just... It was vulgar, and it was not funny. Just kind of made me
Girl Code on MTV?
No. Girl Code's actually kind of cool. It's called like Broad City.
Oh.
Broad City. Something like that. It's from Amy Poehler.
Okay. But you know what? I love Amy Poehler, but it's probably better.
Yeah, I mean, it's on Comedy Central. And it like had some like girl like farting in people's faces. It was just...
That's ridiculous.
It was like all my roommates, we were sitting there and we were just like, what is going on? Like, why are we watching this? But we couldn't take our eyes off the trainer.
That's part of what so much stuff is today, that people just want to see that bullshit. Like, I'm surprised Jerry Springer hasn't been brought, resurrected and become a thing. But
they probably tried. Are you done with that one?
Yeah, I'm done with this one. That's 20 minutes right there. Every 20 minutes we're gonna take a piss break. So for those of you at home drinking along, time to take a break. We'll get back with you in I don't know, after I edit it, it's probably going to be like 10 seconds, so... Yep. Okay, welcome back to the Friday Brew. We're going to kick off round 2. God damn it.
Ooh, let's go. Daddy's beer.
That's a water beer. Bacardi Silver Raz is what I got.
Mick Ultra.
Ow, I can't open it. It hurts my hands. Dude, when icing...
That's my first time drinking. I don't know where I am right now.
Okay, Emily
So good at beer pong.
You probably would make that shot if you were that fucked up. Have you noticed that when you play beer pong, you're the first one not the first one, but you just got to the party, and somebody says, "Hey, come be my partner." You're like, "Yeah, dude, I'm good." But you're totally sober, and you play, and you make like 1 out of 45 shots, and you're just so pissed. And there's always that other guy that's also sober, and he like misses every shot. He's like, "Fuck, like getting so mad." Calm down, dude. Calm down.
But then you know what this excuse always is? I'm just not drunk enough.
I'm just not drunk enough. But it's so true, though. It's so true. Because there's been plenty of times in my life where I've been pretty inebriated, and I'm like, "Yo, watch this. Drink it. We just won." Like, Island Cup for the win, no look. And it's like, when you don't give a shit, you just make them.
The only time I've ever made redemption shots, like behind the back, shit-faced.
Yeah. You don't even remember, probably. They had to tell you later.
Dude, you made 4 in a row.
4 redemption shots. I'm great.
How did I get the ball back?
Yeah.
I know you knocked it over the table. I don't know.
There's a time when we were in high school, dude. That's when beer pong got popular. It's when we were in high school. That's when it became a thing. Well, there was a time when we played like every single weekend at other people's houses, but we played at Jake Whistler's house a certain amount of times, and he had this table that was like on wheels, so you could move, so you could put it wherever you wanted, and the floor, and it was like made out of ceramic tiles on top. It was so legit. It was way beyond one of those fold up tables, you know. And we played in his garage, and that was at the time when we were at the age where wherever the ball was, whoever got the ball.
Yeah.
And we like broke our kneecaps.
Oh yeah.
Like cracked your head open. Whatever you had to do to get the ball back. Now we don't even put beer in the cups anymore. I can't even tell you the last time I played beer pong with beer in the
disgusting.
Cups. It's just water in the cups and the ball bounces. You're like, no, bro, whatever.
Yeah, you just
I don't really care. I'm just here to drink a beer. God, I'm not even drinking.
I'm just here for fun. Oh, this? Oh, well, I've just been sipping on it. Whatever.
Oh, what is this fucking candy? Liquid?
I don't know why you have that. Like, why is that even here?
Well, the last couple of weeks, I say all the beers are at random because we have so many parties here. My parents have so many parties. People leave their liquor here all the time. And our fridge, we're stocked up on Miller Lite and Bud Light Lime at all times. Those are the two things we're always stocked up on because that's what my parents drink.
Yeah.
And everything else is like a hodgepodge. So you never know what you're really going to get. So there's a pretty good assortment of things. The last 2 weeks have been pretty similar with the Ultra and the Bud Light. But the first week, we didn't have it on... Well, we did have it on camera, but we didn't... Dane and I didn't actually use it.
Yeah.
Because it was... We used it as like a test run, basically, so we could watch it later, see what we need to do, get better, and then do the first week with a pretty good head start. And the beers we had, it was like a Best Ice, one that didn't have a label, a Heineken, one like super expensive beers, super shitty beers we didn't even know. It was like one was like a pumpkin beer, one was like a blueberry pumpkin. Yeah, it was a pretty good assortment. Yeah,
but it's also February.
Yeah,
pumpkin beer should not be drank in February.
Well, that was the interesting part about it. You know? Why do we still have Well, because we haven't drank it since November when we bought it.
What's funny is you're the one choosing these beers out of your fridge. So you're basically like, do I fuck myself with the Bacardi, or do I just grab a Bud Light Lime?
No, I just see, I don't spend a whole lot of time making decisions. I'm like, shitty, good, throw them in there. That's, that's pretty much how I do it. Like, this was on the shitty list.
Yeah.
So I thought, hey, if Derek picks it, then I'm going to say he got iced, and now he has to chug it. But since I picked it, I just said, oh, this sucks, haha, now I'm going to drink it.
I wasn't going to do that. I'm your guest. I wasn't going to make you do that.
Yeah.
I saw it, I was like, should I do it? And I was like, no.
You need to help me, after the camera's off, help me figure out a way how to ice guests from now on. It'll be random every episode. I'm not going to do it to every guest.
Oh, yeah,
but it's going to be random.
It's gonna be like a game, like a Jimmy Fallon game. You has people on every once in a while, and they'll play a game. Like Drake the other day was playing air hockey, but it was like beer cups.
Oh,
you had to make it in. It was like beer pong, but with air hockey.
Ooh,
and he's like, I'm Canadian, I should be good at this.
Right.
He lost.
Drake and his music is way harder than Drake in person. Because when you watch his interviews,
I love him.
When you watch his interviews, Drake's like, oh, Karen. Karen,
he's so personable.
Yeah, no, he really is. He really is. But when you listen to some of his music, he's like, worst. Didn't know, now you know now. Worst behavior. But then when you watch the interview, he's like, yeah, Worst Behavior was a song that I wrote on a night when
I was hanging out with some Jewish friends. And
yeah, one of my friends, Kaz, we just haven't been such good friends lately. And I said in my song, when he's having an interview with like Ryan Seacrest, and he goes over all this stuff. And I've watched several interviews, and he goes on Ellen. He's like, oh, Ellen. Like, Drake, I don't know who you are, man. I love your music. I love Degrassi. But I don't know who you are, man.
It was that Jimmy Fallon interview. He was like, yeah, the first time I interviewed for Degrassi, there was these really cool Jewish guys invited me over. It was the first time I did something, started with a W, ended with Eid. And we smoked out of this thing, started with a B, ended with an Ong. And he's like, I walked in and I was totally ripped. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like,
yeah, an interview. Yeah.
Drake, you were just like, he was just talking to Jimmy Fallon like it was nothing, dude. That's why I enjoy that man. I enjoy Drake because he's an entertainer.
I also enjoy his music because he does a very good job of playing that angel demon personality that everybody has.
Yes.
He does a good job of doing the for instance, that song I think it's called Schemin', where he says, I'm just, what's he say? I've been plotting on the low. No, that's not. He says, I've been smoking on the low, drinking on the low, fucking on the low. I've been plotting on the low, scheming on the low. The furthest thing from perfect, like everyone I know.
True.
So that's, he said, I've been doing all these different things. I know I'm far from perfect. But at the same time, he's got the confidence when he says it that it sounds like he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But then he comes with the furthest thing from perfect, like everyone I know. Then he sings that part, and it's just like, holy shit, stop being inside my brain.
It's like, I don't know, I think he's almost to the level of Justin Timberlake. I'm saying almost because, no one's ever going to beat Justin Timberlake, Frank Sinatra, as far as I'm concerned. Like, these dudes are the masters of entertainment, acting, singing, dancing,
Gangster.
just being
Being a
amazing
G.
at everything. Yes.
Just being a G.
And I feel like Drake, give him 2-3 more years, give him 2 movie roles, he's going to be at that level.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he can act the shit out of a movie.
I can see him being a hip-hop Justin Timberlake.
Yes. I mean he can sing, too. That's the thing. Like,
No, he can't. Have you seen him? If you've seen any songs with him live, he is flat. He's just a tad bit tone deaf. So I know they doctor him in the studio. But
it's
I got to
catchy.
give it to the man because he has it in his head. He just can't put it out on the mic properly. But he still does it live without auto-tune on it. So there's a certain level of respect I gotta give to the man for being real.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Like, he really can't sing that. I got my eyes on you, everything it could be. Like, that's exactly how it sounds. I'm not bullshitting you. Watch him live on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Watch him do that song, Just Hold On, We're Going Home, live at any time, and you'll see that he can't sing. But, like I said, respect for being able to not sing that well, still doing it without auto-tune.
And making millions.
On stage. Now, obviously, on his album, it's doctored. Because it sounds really good.
Yeah, it sounds super good.
Yeah. I think... do you have Nothing Was the Same, the album? Or have you listened to the entire album?
Is the new one?
Yeah.
I have not listened to the whole thing, no. I have every other CD of his except for that one. I haven't downloaded it yet.
Right. I downloaded all the songs off YouTube, so some of them were like... the pitch was different. Like, his voice was deeper than normally. So it was weird. Some of the songs were, like, slower than they should be. Not chopped and screwed, but just, like, 1 BPM slower, so his voice is a little bit deeper than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, people are getting screwed off that, though. Like, people are taking this downloading music thing super serious. Like, Charter will call people, and they see, like, you're downloading stuff, they call, like, hey, we just saw you downloaded that, but don't do it again, or we're going to have to turn you in. Like, there was this kid...
Did that happen to you?
It happened to me... It had to be a long time ago, but they called my parents' house. They're like, hey, we noticed you downloaded some music. Don't do it again, or we'll call the feds. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yes, they are legit, man. Like, I think someone told me... Had to be one of my roommates or something. They told me...
Were you downloading, like, Metallica? Because if you download Metallica...
that's a good point. No. I don't know. I think it was Britney that downloaded something, and we got in trouble for it. And they thought it was me, and they told me what song it was, and it was like some pop song. I was like, there's no way on God's green earth that I downloaded that song.
It was Baby Baby by Justin Bieber.
Yo, J Beebs, I'm not going to get into that talk.
One for the homie. No, just kidding.
Dude's still making bank.
Yeah.
Oh, new nudes of Miley Cyrus came out.
What?
Yes.
Miley's totally hot.
Yes.
I gotta tell the world about this dream I had about Miley Cyrus, dude. Okay, so, Blaine Mesplay. This is a dream. Blaine Mesplay hits me up, said, yo, keep it on the DL. Are you interested in going to a party at LeBron's?
Ooh.
I was like, yo, I think going to a party at LeBron's could really further my career. In whichever way my career is, because I don't know what it is yet. So yes, I'm down. Okay. So he's like, okay, we're gonna go to LeBron's, but don't talk to him like he's LeBron, dude. Just be cool with him. All right. We get there. I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, looking up at him. In my dream, he was like 13 feet tall. Like, yo, what's up, LeBron? What's good? And he's doing this, and you know how dreams kind of shapeshift out of nowhere.
Yeah. The
next thing I know, I'm hanging out with Miley Cyrus, and in my head, in my dream, it's that inner dialogue, like, dude, is she feeling this right now? Holy shit, we're having a great conversation. No way, we're totally connecting right now. She's totally flirting with me. Dude, she's holding my hand. So the dream morphs, and the next thing I know, she's like taking me somewhere, and she's like holding my hand. She's like, come on, come with me. And I'm like, oh, dude, she might be psycho. Like, at this moment, I thought to by her actions, like her body language, and how she was telling me things like she's so in love with me after like 1 or 2 days of knowing her, I was like, yeah, she might be psycho, but it's Miley, and I'm going to stick with it, all right?
You have to, at this point.
Dude, it gets fucking weird, all right? So, next thing I know, We're boyfriend and girlfriend, right? And we're at LeBron's house again, and he's got a basketball hoop in his backyard that's got like a hill on the side of it, and it snowed. So we're all sledding.
In Miami.
No, it's in Cleveland.
Cleveland.
He still lives in Cleveland in my dream. Only in dreams, you know? Only in dreams. So we're like sledding. It's like LeBron, Blaine, a bunch of us. All of my friends. We're all there, and we're sledding, right? And Miley calls me. She's like tripping out. She's saying like she wants to see me. So I'm like, okay. So I go meet up with her at. She's hanging out with Juicy J. No, so I go meet up with her at a movie theater, and she like, we're trying to go see a movie, but she grabs my hand and pulls me in. She's like, let's go fuck in the bathroom. I'm like, hey, okay, but only because you're Miley. Only because you're Miley. So we go into the bathroom. We go into but it's a locker room. But then when we go in the stall, it's still a bathroom. And she goes, wait, I have to go pee first. But while I'm going pee, I want you to go pee at the same time. Like she's sitting, girl. Like she's sitting, and like this is my target. Like that space right there is my target. Like while she's sitting,
not sanitary at all.
No, it's not. And in my dream, I'm just like, only because she's Miley, only because she's Miley. So I go to do it, and then she gets off, and she sits on the floor. I swear to God, this is what I dreamt. Don't judge me. She sits down on the floor, and she starts peeing on the floor, and she's, like, getting off to it, and she's like, pee on me. And I was like, nope! That's it!
Draw the line!
Go hang out with R. Kelly. I, like, rolled out of the bathroom.
He literally rolled out of the
bathroom. Yes,
like,
rolling.
Army dip.
So I left. I go back to LeBron's, and they're still sledding on the backside of this basketball court, and I start sledding with them, and then Blaine's like, bro, you gotta call Miley. She's hitting me up like 20 times. She's blowing my phone up, dude. And I'm like, no, don't answer. Don't answer. She's crazy. I broke things off. It wasn't gonna work out. Who gives a fuck about my career?
Oh, dude, what happened?
She's crazy.
She want me to piss on her.
Yeah, like that's pretty much what happened. People are like, yo, dude, it's Miley. What are you thinking? I'm like, bro, you don't even know. I don't want to talk about it either because that shit was strange. It was weird. I don't know. But she was like blowing my phone up. I was like having to hit like end call or like ignore on your iPhone or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, and you know that standard ringtone for the iPhone that everyone has? My phone had that in my dream. It just kept going off. And I was like, fucking Miley, stop it. Obviously, my dream was taken from past experiences, except the pissing part.
The fact that you remember that whole dream just astonishes me. Like, I've never remembered a dream that thorough.
I could tell you, yeah. My dreams are like that all the time.
I feel like you've always been good at that. Like, always been good at, like, remembering shit that's happened in your dreams.
Yeah, I lucid dream probably... I dream lucidly probably once a month. Once a month will come a dream where I'm like, oh, remember that time when I was dreaming? Fuck you guys, and I just like fly off. I just like fly, and then I'll go up. What I like to do in my dreams is whenever I lucid dream, whenever I'm having a lucid dream, I like to fly up into not into space, but just above the clouds and below the ozone, and it's like perfect silence. There's like not a thing, but I can still see all the lights from the world, like the country and everything.
Yeah.
So I'll go up there and just fucking kick it like the genie from Aladdin, you know,
That's
I'm reclining and I'll just float like this, and I'll just sit up there. Usually it lasts for dream time.
Yeah.
30 seconds to a minute, and then either I'm like, oh damn, I don't have control over my dream anymore, and I start falling, or there's like I'm like Superman. There's like somebody needs me, and then I gotta go save them, and I go down and help people. But I always get
good for you.
I always get that moment, you know.
For you, I've never had that. I've never had that feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to ask you about though?
What's that?
A long time ago, it was like sophomore year, and we were hanging out, and you're like, yeah,
high school.
Yeah. Like, yeah, me and Dane got in this huge fight in Melville. Was that real?
Yeah.
Was it real?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was something that we talked about on our first podcast. It didn't make it on screen.
I didn't know if that was real or not. Because people bullshit me, and I believe anything. I'm the worst at fucking just...
You're the worst at fucking?
You could tell me... Oh, I didn't finish the sentence. You could tell me that the sky did something amazing, and I'm looking at it, and I will be like, no way, dude, no. But I will. Part of me will be like, he could be telling the truth, though.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibilities.
Like, I'm that bad. Blah, blah, blah.
There's we drank like 12 each in 10 minutes before we came on the show. No. Yeah, dude, that really happened. It was me and Dane and my stepbrother.
Yeah.
We were actually walking down Jeffco, or Richardson Road. Oh, fuck, was it Jeffco? I don't know. We were in Arnold, Missouri, and we're walking, and we were being loud or something. I don't know. And my stepbrother at the time was like 10. And
you were singing a song. It was like
we were like singing a song.
Yeah.
It was before NGP started.
I think you were singing some punk song like Psycho or something.
We were trying, and I was like testing my vocals for the punk band. But we were just walking. It had snowed a couple inches before that, so we had walked. I mean, but the roads were cleared. Yeah. So we walked down to 7-Eleven and got some Slurpees, and then we're like walking back. It's probably a 1.5 2 mile walk. And walking back, and these kids are up in this parking lot like, hey, yo, shut the fuck up! And being me and Dane, we're like, yeah, fuck you, or whatever. Well, then one of the kids says something, and I throw a snowball, but half-assed, like, because I'm pretty impartial to confrontation, realistically.
I feel you.
I try not to fight or get into conflicts. But at the same time, I don't like backing down from people. So when I'm, 14, 15, I like throw the snowball, but not far enough to hit anybody, right? It just falls like at their feet, or a little bit shorter than that maybe. And they're like, oh, fuck that. We're coming to fight you. And they, seriously, there's 7 of them. Well, there's 5 of them at this time. There's 7 total. 5 come down and confront us. He's like, you throwing them fucking snowballs at me? And I'm like, yo, dude, first of all, you need to relax. Like, I don't know what your problem is. You need to, and he pushes me, and I'll never forget. He pushes me, and then I see Dane's, like, monster of a hand.
Just
go, like,
oven mitts.
So the kid pushes me, and it's like a scene out of the fucking Patriot. He pushes me, and then his head goes, like his head just,
night.
I'll never forget the sound of that. It was literally the sound that they make in Rocky when he's punching the meat in the freezer. It was that, like, that sound. That kid just was sleep time. He just went to sleep after that. Well, the craziest thing is Dane hits that kid, and he, like, falls on the ground. And Dane, like, comes back with another hit. And he's surrounded with his homies. And I'm looking at him. And I see his homie over here. So I'm like, and all of us look at each other, and my stepbrother's, like, right here. And I'm like, dude, run! So he runs. I run over and punch this tall dude who's like as big as Dave. I don't even know who these kids are. I run up, punch this dude. This dude's running this way. I punch him, and then after that, it was just like an onslaught of people punching me. So what do? I just go like this.
That's exactly what I do.
I go like this.
And you know you're done, you just gotta be like
this. I go like this, and so these dudes are like punching, and it felt like somebody was like playing the drums on my head. Like, were they even punching me for real? I don't know.
Some just had sticks and just.
Yeah, I don't. But I could see their feet, right? So I don't know what happened to Dane, but I can see feet of like 4 people, and I'm getting punched in the back of the head. I have like a hoodie on, so it's somewhat cushioned. And all of a sudden, I see Dane's like boots and his like checkered pants. One kid gone, another kid gone. He single-handedly took all these kids off of me. The next thing I know, the first kid he hit is like groggy, standing up, and my phone fell out of my pocket. So I pick up my phone, and me and Dane like run over to each other. It's like Power Rangers. We're like, group up. And then these kids are like, oh my god, we're gonna kill you. We're coming back with bats and pipes. And we're like, hey, we should probably run.
Yeah.
So, and at one point, 2 other kids came down from where they had originally been. So there was a total of 7 kids.
Damn.
Just me and Dane. So we run and we catch up to my stepbrother because he was pretty chubby at the time. He'll admit it too. He was pretty fucking chubby. And we catch up to him. And we maybe go like 200-300 feet, make a right, and my subdivision was it was like a L, or J, I don't know. So we make the second right turn, and then we hear a truck come around the corner, and we see all those kids in the bed of the truck, and they like drive, and we like drop down behind these bushes, and they like drive right past us. Well, we don't know. We can still hear them like hooting and hollering or doing whatever. So we're running behind these apartments, and behind the apartments there's like a 5-foot wide space, and then a huge ass hill down to like woods. So we're running, and my stepbrother at the time, being chubby, trips and falls and rolls down that entire hill into the woods. Me and Dan are like, "Sorry, man, you're on your own." So no, we fucking stopped. We're like, "God, come on, Nick, let's go." So Nick comes with us. We run. We get back to my house. Someone's blown up my phone. Well, it turns out it wasn't my phone that fell. It was somebody else's phone. So I picked up his phone when I thought I had dropped my phone. So somebody calls, and Dan goes, he answers, "Hello?" No, they tried to fight us. Yeah, no, we're not giving their fucking phone back. Fuck you. Like, hangs up. So then they call again, and it's this girl. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry for whatever my boyfriend did. Please, just give him his phone back, please." And I was like, "Fuck that." Broke the phone in half. And we went out to my backyard and just threw the phone out in the air.
Did you get your phone back?
I never dropped it. It was his phone the whole time. It was that dude's phone. I never dropped mine. So then here's where the funny part comes in. We're like, should I tell my mom? Should I tell my dad? I don't know. Well, I was always pretty open with my parents, so I told my stepdad, because he got in a lot of fights when he was young. Thought he would think it was cool that we took on, seven dudes or whatever. And so we tell him, he's like, "I won't tell your mom, I promise." My mom gets home from work. She's like, "What the hell were you doing? Fighting?" I'm like, "Mike, why'd you tell her?" She's like, "I didn't tell her." My mom makes up the story. She says, "Yeah, remember Taylor? Her mom was driving by." They live in the county. Why are they out in Arnold?
Jesus.
Her mom was driving by and she saw you boys fighting. I'm like, and she didn't stop? What? First of all, what a terrible friend.
Yeah.
And second of all,
how are you gonna call your mom and not call the police?
Right, you're lying. So she made up that story, but anyway. We're gonna take a break. Gonna go take a piss. I'm gonna finish off this fucking beer, and then we'll catch up with you guys in a minute. All right, so this is round 3 of the Friday Brew with Derek on February 6th, 2014. Holla.
Holla.
Ain't no holla back, girl.
Nope.
BANANNAAS.
Banana.
That's bananas. All right, let's do it. Ah!
Let's go.
Bud Light Lime. What do you think of Bud Light Lime?
It's a good summertime beer.
Into the trash can.
That was solid. That was some...
That's professional. You're a professional drinker if you can do that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's to the Friday Brew.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, I'm having a blast, man.
That's what it's all about. It's all about coming on the show and having a couple beers, having a good conversation, and knowing that whatever you talk about, other people are going to be able to listen to, and relate to.
And give feedback, too.
Yeah.
Which is always nice.
Yeah, so if you hate us, comment in the comments below. Just say you guys are fucking terrible, you're wrong about whatever you said, or you guys are awesome, I know what you mean, I can relate to that. If you want to be on the show, email me, therealcalvintiger@gmail.com.
Word.
And we'll get it going. Hit me up on Facebook, too. Tweeter.
Do you guys tweet? Retweet?
Yeah, they do.
I tweet.
Yeah.
Derek Red 1390. Look me up.
Do I follow you?
Probably. Everybody follows me.
That's probably a lie.
It is a lie. No, I have a decent amount of followers.
I have a terrible amount of followers.
I have like 100 and something.
Oh. Well, I've got like 240.
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't think I've reached 200. I'm right at the right at that like 197 point.
Okay.
So I mean, people somewhat care about what I like to say.
Yeah.
Nobody ever it's like, "Hey, you're a fucking idiot." But people are like, "You know what? I'll give this guy a favorite. I like the way he thinks every once in a while."
I try to make everything I say on Twitter, at least, profound, funny, or I agree with that.
That's exactly what it is. Like you try to make a tweet so that people are like, "Wow, that's either really interesting, or that's hilarious, or what the fuck is that dude thinking?
Or I agree with that. I try to make mine something where it's like, I agree with that. So, for instance, today, I didn't tweet it. This is the same thing I do with my Facebook statuses. Today I said, baby fat still makes clothes? Question mark, exclamation point. Why? Question mark, exclamation point.
You said that.
I did.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, wow, this guy's about to have me on his podcast, and he's putting Facebook statuses about baby fat.
Yeah, well, I was on the radio. Or I wasn't on the radio. I was listening to the radio. I'm so used to saying, well, I was on the radio.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's cool.
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Not on the radio anymore, ladies and gents. No, I was listening to Hot 104.1. I don't know why I still continue to listen to it, because there's so much bullshit on that station. Especially when they have the Dirty Boys, yo, bitch. Whenever they have those guys on there, it's just a bunch of bullshit. But I listen to it anyway.
Ricky Smiley in the morning.
Ricky Smiley's hilarious.
I like Ricky Smiley. He's my dude.
They have a lot of informational stuff on there too. Surprisingly, it's like rather entertaining.
But you know what's funny? Like Z1077 will have their guy. Like white people will call in, and it'll just be like, "Well, you know, my girlfriend cheated on me, you know, so I shat on her pancake." Black people are like calling in, like, "Dude, this dude just called me, like this and the crazy stuff." Like their phone calls. Hysterical. Like they're just so funny because you're just like,
are they funny because you're white, or are they
yes,
funny?
They're so funny because I'm white. And I was like, I don't think about things like that, and that's what makes it so funny. Like it gives you the total different other side, and you're just like, wow, I would have never thought of saying something or doing something like in that way. Yes.
Have you heard the ad that's on Hot 104.1 for Attorney Big Al? Call 1-800-23-HURT with
yes.
the mom. Where every time it comes on, I try to Snapchat it. Like people that follow my story on Snapchat have probably seen it at least 50 times.
Yeah.
Because every time it comes on, I'm like, boy, don't be wretched. I'm not gonna have one of my children out here dealing with these insurance people. Did you ever think they were trying to take advantage of you? Because he says, Mom, I got in a car wreck. She goes, in my car? Boy, what in the hell were you doing? And it's so obviously, like, urban. Regardless of, like, your race, it's like how moms talk. Because my mom talks like that. She's like, boy, what in the hell were you doing out there? Like, Mom,
that's well, my stepmom would talk like that. But
she's southern.
Little country twang to it.
Derek, what in the hell were you doing out there?
Yeah. But my real mom would have a little Portuguese tang to it.
Right.
And she'd be like, Derek, what the hell were you talking about? And I was like, Mom, I don't know. It's funny because people would be like, even like Leah and all my other friends would be like, dude, your mom has a crazy accent.
It's strange. It's not one that we're used to.
But I've never noticed it. Like no, she doesn't. She doesn't talk different. But it's just,
no, she does.
Yeah, she does. Like I've noticed it sometimes when she says certain words, but then other times she's like, oh, that's my mom. Yeah, that's the way she talks. But
she talks funny.
She's legitimately Portuguese.
Yeah, 100%. I've met her several times.
She's a character. Love you, Mom. She's probably gonna watch this, and she's probably gonna give me shit about that.
I hope so. I hope we get a lot of viewers.
Oh, I'm gonna bring in like thousands, man. You're gonna have like 8,000 views by
just
tomorrow.
Tweet it. Just tweet it. 197 views right there. I've yet to tweet one of my podcasts. I don't know.
Really?
I podcast the SoundCloud audio only because I know a lot of people have mentioned, hey, you should make it so that I can just download it and listen to it when I'm in the car.
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool. But I haven't tweeted the video. I don't know why.
I want people to see. I want people to see my face.
Yeah.
'Cause my voice is just fucked, so I want people to see where the money is made.
No,
with
also
the
get
fucked
to,
up grill and the mustache.
Yeah.
Can you guys see the mustache at home?
You might want to get closer.
I've been working on this for a little while, like since Saturday. Yeah. Oh, so it's kind of a thing now. Hipster, whatever. I plan on making it curl at some point.
Why is it that hipsters do mustaches? I've been curious about like the whole hipster fad and what it was about that thing that hipsters do. I'm just using hipsters as a name to quantify these people.
Yeah.
What is it about hipsters that draw them to those certain things and makes the hipster thing?
I think it's just being different, but also looking stylish at some point.
Yeah.
So, like, they don't go to, like, they shop at thrift stores and stuff like that. Like, everybody does that, but they do it to, like, an extreme. But they don't buy shit clothes. They buy clothes that make them look nice, but then later they can be like, I got it at fucking Goodwill. Like, they don't buy, like, they'll buy, like, a nice button-up, like a cool bow tie, maybe, like, a vest every once in a while. Sweet pair of boots. You're like, yeah, I got it off, like, 99 cents. But you're like, wow, that guy's got he's got good style. But it's not brand name.
Or it is brand name, but it's worn. It's used.
Yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense.
Because if you go to the Goodwill in Lake St. Louis, there's nothing there for cheap. I went there to get a jacket for Halloween. So I was going to be Wolverine.
Yeah.
Because at the time, my hair was Wolverine. Every day when I woke up, it was like sticking up on the sides and shit.
Yeah, welcome on.
All I got to do is shave my chin. Bam. Hugh Jackman. So I went and
so I was gonna go, the same too.
It's totally the same. So I went and got the because we get drunk every week.
You play xylophone on that thing, man.
I went to go buy this jacket. It was a $35 jacket, and I was curious if everything else was as expensive. And the cheapest thing I found was like $2. You go to the Goodwill in Columbia, 50 cents on that shit.
Yeah.
I got 3 gold chains and 2 necklaces and a PlayStation controller for like $6 at the thrift store in Fulton.
I'm pretty fucking jealous about that.
Yeah, the gold chains are pretty dope, actually.
We have one down the
street.
street.
One of them's a scorpion. The other one's a tiger. Because I'm a Scorpio and my name is Tiger. It was fucking perfect.
Yes! I'm gonna get one with a D on it.
And a martini.
In a martini glass.
So you can be like D Martini. Or at the same time, then you can be 2 Chainz. People make that joke far too often.
Yeah. 2 Chainz is pretty hysterical.
Yes. Russell and I touched on this, but we didn't go in depth about it. 2 Chainz. Garbage rapper or comedic rapper?
I think he's a genius.
I wouldn't say genius, but I'd say he's a businessman. That's
he's making tons of money off just garbage. But it's so good that it's like an earwig. It just gets stuck in there and doesn't leave.
He's got the voice and the melody.
Yeah.
I want to discuss his lyrical content.
Okay. What's the song he does with Drake and Big Sean?
All Me.
All Me. That is good. Chief, God bless you. That is...
Homie, God bless you.
That is awesome. Like, that is just brilliant.
Okay, that is smart. Chief.
And he rhymes it with something else. Like, that's... He rhymes someone sneezing with a other line. It's perfect.
Okay, that part is smart. In a way. It's creative. That part is creative. That line. However, I think that verse is not one of 2 Chainz' best verses.
It's good, though. Like, you can sit there and listen to it and you're like, wow. Alright, I can jam this song. Just because the whole song's good.
I just bought a shirt that cost Mercedes-Benz cargo from the A to Toronto. We let the medical off.
Got my dick so hard I make the metal detector go off. That's awesome. That is so...
He's like, you want that work? I got that work. Got bitches in my condo. I'm not sure about that part. I'll tell you what, I like Big Sean.
I am a huge fan of Big Sean.
I don't like him in that song, though. I don't like his flow where he's like, on a half, in the shirt, split the half, in the shirt, on the ground, year round, like season tick, split the...
That's the thing, like, his style of rapping is different than everyone else's. Like, he goes about beats and goes about laying down verses so much differently than Drake or 2 Chainz did. And that's what I really enjoyed about it.
Okay, on that song, there's different ways to flow, but on that song, the way he flowed, I didn't like it. And also at the same time, it's not that, I just don't feel like it's that well written, because he's like, but I still take my time. Man, I guess I'm just old-fashioned, wearing retro shit. That's old-fashioned. Okay, see, I can get that, but the way he says, but I still, and to them hoes, I'm everything but gentle, but I still take my time. Man, I guess I'm just old-fashioned, wearing retro shit. That's old-fashioned.
That's the thing, he changes
You see what
it up,
I see playing closed caption. No, but I think if he was like, but I still take my time, wearing retro shit, that's old-fashioned, but I've been on my grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he would have did an AB instead of...
That's what you expect.
A random. But expectations aren't always bad.
Well, let me ask you this: Have you?
But Drake kills it on that song.
What do you think of Kendrick Lamar's Control verse, where he goes off on all the rappers?
I don't think he went off on any rappers.
I mean, he called them out, as per se.
I don't think he called them out. What I think he did is said, these are the people I respect, but I'm trying to be the best. I think that's what he did in that verse. And if anybody wants to say anything differently, then you're looking way too much into it.
See, what I think happened was he thinks that rap has got stupid, so he wants to call these rappers out so they can make good shit.
Who are all the rappers he called out?
J. Cole, Meek Mill, A$AP Rocky, Mac Miller.
Those are all the dudes he respects.
Was Ferg on there? I don't know.
No, I don't think. No, there's no way Ferg was on there.
Have you heard TKO by J. Cole? They took Justin Timberlake's song.
Remix?
Oh, it's so good. We're gonna listen to it later.
J. Cole is a hell of a writer.
He's probably my favorite rapper right now. Him and Childish Gambino are my favorite rappers.
Gambino! Welcome to the dark side, bro.
Let's go, baby.
Gambino's where it's at. I'll tell you why. That dude's a genius.
Genius.
He's a wordsmith. He is a genius. And I'm not saying he's a genius because he's a good rapper. I'm saying he's a genius because he was also the youngest writer for 30 Rock ever. And he's a genius actor. Have you seen Community?
Oh, have I seen Community? Was I born yesterday? Of course I've seen Community.
Community is one of the funniest shows I've ever watched. The writing on that show is superb. Same with 30 Rock. 30 Rock is incredible. Now I'm a film guy, obviously.
Yeah.
So I really, when I recognize writing, it's for two reasons. One of two reasons. It's fucking awful, or it's over the top awesome.
Here's the deal. When me and Cal were freshmen, sophomores in high school, we watched this video on YouTube called Bro Rape. Guess who's on that?
Childish Gambino.
Good old Donald Glover. Absolutely hysterical.
You heard 3005?
Yes, I had the whole CD. It's so
I need
good.
to burn it off you.
So good.
Yeah, what's up?
Actually, no, I have it on Spotify, so I just have it the whole thing.
Fair enough. That's why I listen to it as well. I'm trying to get more CDs in my car, though, because whatever I put in my car, well, it was a lot better when I was in Colombia. Whatever I had in my car, I learned every word to every song. So I had like Naughty by Nature, Nas, but at the same time, like Red Hot Chili Peppers and Sinatra. Sinatra's always in the car.
Oh, fuck yeah, you have to have Sinatra. He's on my Spotify playlist. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, dude. So Michael Jackson, Frank Sinatra, whenever somebody says, what type of music do you like? I say, I'm pretty eclectic, but two of my favorites are Michael Jackson and Sinatra. Man, woman, child, adult, whatever goes. I like your style. No matter what.
No, yeah.
And it's true. I absolutely love Michael Jackson and Sinatra.
I'd throw Justin Timberlake along with Mumford & Sons. Those are probably my styles.
Okay.
JT and Mumford.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Mumford & Sons fan.
Oh,
They're
probably the greatest band I've ever listened to in my life.
I'm not all about the folk. It just
really
doesn't. I don't know what it is, man. It just doesn't. It doesn't grab my attention.
No, that makes sense. Like, it's for certain people.
Yeah.
But I love Mumford & Sons. Like they're just, they can make one song, and it would be amazing. The next song on the CD, just as good. Like you can listen to a Mumford & Sons CD, and just listen to the whole thing.
That's what I hear.
You know what's also a good band like that? You might disagree with me. My Chemical Romance.
That they're an album band? They make albums?
Their albums are all so good. Like, they might be kind of weird dudes, they might have, like, some weird antics and stuff.
Do you not remember, like, the music we listen to?
Yes.
I agree with you that they're an album band. They make good albums.
So good. You've listened to Taking Back Sunday's new CD, haven't you?
The newest one? No, I stopped listening to them when...
Ooh. They got the whole band back together.
Wow, what? Fred's in the band again?
The original, every single member is back in the band.
I need to listen to that
So
album.
good.
Here's what happened with Taking Back Sunday. They got older, so their music matured.
Yep.
Faster than I matured.
That's a fair statement.
And that happens with a lot of bands. That happened with AFI.
They came out with new stuff too. I didn't like
again.
It. Yeah. The Used came out with a new song. It's on YouTube, and it's fantastic.
Really?
Yeah, and Chiodos is coming out with a new CD.
With Craig?
With Craig.
That's the only way they're ever gonna get any.
No, yeah, their last CD,
one
song.
They had a CD. They had an album without Craig Owens on it.
They had one song.
Didn't even know about it.
It was just because I worked at Journeys, and they had the song on the playlist, and I liked it. It was called Notes of Constellations.
Yeah,
it was decent.
Here's the thing about Craig Owens, man. Here's the thing about scene music. Scene music doesn't matter who the hell's in your band. All that matters is who the singer is.
Yep, that's exactly.
That's why they have mega bands, so that they can have fucking Vic Fuentes and Johnny Craig and Craig Owens all in the same band. All right, Isles and Glaciers was not that great, but their vocals were awesome.
They were pretty good.
I don't know, man. It just was too much. It was too much happening.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I wouldn't say I liked it a lot.
I
liked certain songs off the CD, but I did not like all the songs. On the CD.
That's fair.
But they had some good songs, like Cemetery Weather. It was a slower song, but every single member sang on the song.
Yeah,
it just made it good. Because I got to hear Vic, I got to hear fucking Craig, I got to hear Johnny Craig.
Jenny Craig. I got to hear Jenny Craig.
No, it was good though.
Dude, I told you I met Johnny in real life.
Yeah, you said he was like cracked out or something.
He didn't take his sunglasses off.
All right.
And he was the last one to the table. Because it was like an autograph signing, right? And it was fucking Amorosa. So, of course, there's like 12 of us standing in line, right? Because nobody fucking gives a shit. Nobody even knows Johnny. If it was Dance Gavin Dance, everybody'd be there.
Yeah.
They'd be like, Johnny! But it's Amorosa, so they don't even know Johnny Craig's in the band. Nobody knows that he's a toothless redhead with a mullet.
Dude,
you know
we
what I mean?
used to rock out to that stuff. Man.
Yeah, we did. Dance Gavin Dance in your fucking... What car did you have?
Mitsubishi.
Yeah.
My Eclipse. Leah drives that car now.
She sold it to her?
No, we just gave it to her. She needed a car, so we
That's
just
generous.
we were
very generous.
My parents are very nice like that.
Yes, they are.
They care about other people more than they care about payments.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I've known them for a while. But Jenny Craig, that's what I hear every time. Johnny Craig was the last one to the table, and he had one of those, like, margaritas that was in the shape of a guitar.
Yeah.
Like, it was like this
the straw hanging out?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, he's late, whatever, it's Johnny. He's probably getting a drink. It's this guy that everybody loves. And he's like drinking or whatever. One of his bandmates is like, yo, can I get a drink? And then he was like looked at him, but he has sunglasses on, so it looks like even more fucking douchey. He like looks at him, like, and just keeps like drinking it or whatever. And the guy goes to like take it, and he like pulls it, like a little kid, like pulls it away. He's like, no, dude, this is my fucking drink. Don't drink it. And then just like kept drinking. I was like, wow, that guy's an asshole. And
he's known for being an asshole too.
But he was known for being an asshole on heroin.
Yeah.
Now he's known for being sober. I don't know if...
Is he sober?
He's not known for being sober. He got sober. I'm pretty sure... I know for a fact he got sober.
He got back with Dance Gavin Dance too, and they kicked him out again.
Yeah, that's probably true. It's probably true.
No,
but that guy's voice... I don't know if you're aware of this, but I have a condition called synesthesia.
No.
Which basically what it means is that your brain has a difficult time telling two or more senses apart. So when I didn't know it until I was like 20 years old, and recently I started taking tests and like tested very positive for one specific kind of it, which is called chromosemes, I think, or chromesthesia or something like that.
Okay.
When I hear music, I see a color with it. So, like, my memory of music is associated with a color. And so Johnny Craig's voice, in my mind, when I see a song, when I listen to a song, when I remember a song, a lot of songs, he hits almost every single color on the rainbow, in the spectrum.
That's awesome.
And so that's why I really enjoy his voice.
You did have a little stage where you went through try to look like Johnny Craig stage.
You talking about when I had a mullet?
When you had a mullet. And a beard.
Well, he's a ginger, so no, I really...
Come on.
You got a mustache and a beanie. That's Johnny. That's two...
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, my point. So, his voice, he's totally self-trained, like never took any lessons or anything, and it's incredible to know the way he, like, goes from here and then hits these, like, little things and then goes up and then comes back down, and there's, like, these specific shapes that go with it. It's totally crazy. My brain is psychotic with it. But that's one of the reasons why I love his voice so much.
Awesome, yeah.
More people like his voice because it sounds good, and I think his voice sounds fantastic, but I also associate it with something a little bit deeper, so I cling tighter to it, I think. And I know he got sober. And then somebody told me recently that after he got sober, he's relapsed and started doing heroin again.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Fucked up! Are there any other artists that done that to you?
Been like dickheads?
No, like...
You
see
Colors?
Yeah.
All of them.
Really?
All of them. Yeah, I used to have a playlist on iTunes. I used to have a playlist called Colors because it was when I was 20 years old. I was trying to describe a guitar sound. Well, the first time I noticed that it was strange, but I didn't do anything about it. I was maybe 10, and I was talking with my dad, and I was trying to describe the Bohemian guitar riff in Bohemian Rhapsody, the like, it's basically the bottom 3 strings of a guitar. And I was like, Dad, you know that, like, I really like that guitar sound, that type of music that's like, like yellowish kind of orange or whatever. That's the only way I can think to describe it. He was like, what the hell are you talking about? And I was like maybe 8 or 9, 10, somewhere there.
That's crazy.
And I didn't think about it. And then when I got older, when I was like 20, it happened several times where I tried describing things to people with color and they didn't know what I was talking about. And I didn't really think of it until one specific time when I was talking to someone. And they're like, dude, I have no idea what you're talking about. You sound like a crazy person. And so I was like, you know what, I'm going to Google this. I'm going to see if I'm the only fucking person on the planet. Whatever. Googled it. Turns out it's a condition. It's like less than 1% of the population has it. It's called synesthesia. And totally, like, I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And so I made a playlist based on colors that had, each song had like a specific color range or a color scheme or certain ones that I really liked. And it was all ones that I really, really enjoyed more than others so that I could describe to people what color these songs were or what color were in the songs that I really enjoyed, why I enjoyed them. So like Davey Havok from AFI, the dude's voice is like a soft red, almost like a pink color.
Okay. Most
of the time with old AFI. New AFI, it's pretty yellow and yeah, he never touches lime green, I guess, but he's pretty yellow. And it's pretty full, whereas the old stuff is kind of spotted and like pinkish color. And their music was that way too, and that's what I think I really enjoyed. So I found that myself. I like deep purple, deep blue, which would be like Chris Brown. He's like a purple and blue type guy. Craig David, he's a purple and blue. R&B is really purple and blue.
Okay.
And then Johnny Craig, he touches pretty much every color on the rainbow, so that's why I like him so much.
Is it just like things around you turn colors? Like
no, I don't see it. Like I'm not like seeing.
You just
colors.
think about it,
and yeah, it's that thing like a memory.
Okay.
Like when you think of a memory, when you used to be somewhere and you can remember what it looks like, but you're not actually seeing it. That's what it is for me with colors.
Oh, okay.
And sounds.
Yeah.
So I took some tests the other day on this website, and I tested very positive for 2 types, the numeric color type and the chromesthesia type, which is music or sound and color. Also, I didn't realize this, I associate colors with numbers. So they showed me 1 through 9. They showed me each one of those numbers 3 times in a random order, so I never got the same number twice in a row.
Yeah.
And I just had to pick what color I thought that number was. And it was like dead on every single time. Like number 1 is yellow, number 2 is blue, number 3 is yellow, 5 is red, 6 is like a dark blue, 7 is green, 8 is purplish, bluish, 9 is yellow, or that was it. Yeah, and it was like spot on every single time. And the only reason I could say those so fast right now is because that's just exactly how I see it. And I had no idea that this was a rare thing.
Fucking crazy.
The whole time I've grown up just being that way, no idea. It's crazy. So actually, I took these tests and then I emailed somebody from this website saying, hey, I'd like to get more information about this. I'd like to learn how to explore it and maybe try to harness it. Maybe try to figure out how to use it legitimately, for like creative reasons. And so he emailed me back and I gave him my test results and he's going to get back to me. But they asked me to do a study. They want to do a study because they obviously study people in general, but they want to do a study with me. I'll be the participant and get paid. Yeah. And take some tests. I don't know.
That's sick. That is so
It's
crazy.
crazy.
It's so crazy to be able to, like, just have that connection. Is it smells too?
There's people that do like, okay, any of the five senses. So when you touch something, you smell something. Like, there's ones that are
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, like certain colors have a certain taste. That type of thing. It's crazy. Look it up. Synesthesia. It's Synesthesia. It's crazy.
The more you know. That would just be fucking out of control.
We're gonna take a piss break. We're gonna do one more round. Stay tuned. Get Hobbs out of here. Hobbs, you're not a part of this podcast.
Hobbs, next time. Learn your place.
So, tell me a little bit about the songs that you're going to play for us, the live performances.
Well, I have two options here. I have one song that I wrote, my first song that I wrote when I just started working recently on my music again.
How soon is recent?
It's the past 2 years, year, 2 years. I got my own place, brought all my recording stuff over. My parents moved, so I just brought all my instruments and stuff all over to my house. So I started messing around recording stuff. And the song is about a girl leaving and how I'm gonna deal with it, and how, I'm trying to get just the idea into my head, how this girl is gonna leave me and gonna go somewhere else without even knowing what's going on. And the other song I have is just about getting messed up and not knowing where you are. And like waking up and being like, what the fuck? What kind of party did I just come from? Like, what is this dude doing? That chick over there has a penis. I don't know where the fuck I am. Like,
Are these true stories?
No, sometimes I write a song and it'll be true. And I feel like sometimes, like, my friends have problems with this. Like, when they write music, like, they'll write personal stuff, but they're afraid of what people will think about their personal stuff.
That's half of being an artist.
Yeah, like...
It's half.
Yeah, like...
Putting yourself out there.
Especially when you have significant others, and they're like, wow, why did you write that song about some chick? It's some chick that you loved back in the day.
Yeah.
And I try not to write songs about that. I try to just write songs as a whole that people, as a community that listen to my music, will be like, wow, I get what that guy's talking about, but it doesn't have to be a true story. I love writing stories about myself and, like, love telling tales, but in other words, I like telling stories. I like telling about a guy who just got dumped, or a guy who just woke up and got fucked up. I like telling a story about some sexy girl at a club that I've never seen before in my life, but I'm writing a song about her,
Yeah.
And so that's kind of how I write my music, and it's how I like to do it, because I don't like when people look at it like, oh, who the fuck is that song about? Like, is there some girl in your life?
Yeah.
No, it's not how it is.
I understand that. It's hard when you're dating somebody and you're a writer, whether it be whatever you're a writer of.
Yeah.
Poetry, stories, journals, just random, like, personal journals, or music, and you're dating somebody, that person's going to look way too much into it every time.
And that's what's so great about what I have right now is my girl does not, like, she'll, like, listen to my song and she'll love it no matter whether it's about me looking at some sexy girl at a club or me...
It could be her that you're looking at.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, you have to connect in different ways, and I feel like the way I have it right now, she connects in a way that I'm just trying to make music that I like.
Yeah.
And I could, if she asked me about it, I'd be like, no, I don't know who I wrote that about. I just wrote it. Like,
well, music in a lot of ways can be an escape. So although you're with her all the time, sometimes you escape into somewhere else, and that's where the creativity comes
absolutely, yeah.
from.
I definitely saw what you're saying.
Yeah.
And that's just so great, because you got to find, I feel like when you're writing music and, like, when you're writing poems or a story, like, you just said it's about being part of an artist. Like, people are going to look into your life.
Yeah.
But you got to be able to say and be able to look at it and be like, wow, this has nothing to do with me. I'm just here to make other people happy.
Once you reach a certain point, people won't look into your lives anymore. People will
different ways,
but people will still look into your life, but there's a greater number of people who won't look into your life.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is you're going to have those people who know you that take your lyrics and look into your life, and then you're also going to have those random fans outside of that. And once you get to a certain point, like, there's so much music that you hear and you don't think what happened in that guy's life that caused him to write or that girl that caused them to write those lyrics.
Oh, absolutely.
You don't think about that because they're so far away from you. But when you know them, for instance, if you went to high school with Taylor Swift, or if you dated Taylor Swift, you'd be like, is that one about me?
Yeah.
Probably could have been,
Which is...
I was captain of the football team.
I kind of think that's fucked up about Taylor Swift, though, because people... Like, she is a legitimate artist, but people look into her songs and try to find...
She's an extreme version.
Who's the guy she's singing about now? Like, maybe she's just writing a song about a dude because she just...
Maybe she had a fucking dream.
Yeah. Like, people don't understand that. They're like, oh my god, she read that about Joe Jonas? Did she write that about fucking Taylor Lautner? No, she just fucking wrote a song.
John Mayer? Wow, she's got an impressive list, actually.
Dude, she has a crazy amount. I think she's ever slept with anyone?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know.
When you're a person who goes on stage and millions of people love you, and you get in a situation with a person one-on-one, and you're not feeling that they're giving you the same amount of attention that you're used to getting from millions of people, how easy would it be to just throw your body at them and commit to that? Because I'm just saying, I've spent a lot of time with theater kids, and there's a pretty good amount of theater kids and theater departments that all sleep around together because they're just that type of person. And I'm using theater kids because that's my experience, but it goes with musicians a lot of times, actors, actresses, anybody that's in showbiz has a certain amount of addiction to attention. And so I think when you're on that stage, that's what I was talking to Dane and I talked about Justin Bieber. When you're at that level, there's almost when everybody else loves you, when people close to you don't love you that much, you tend to have odd actions. Like Justin Bieber spitting on his fans. He's probably just trying to show out for his homies. Or, maybe, whatever the situation was.
Yeah, he was probably up there like, hey guys, watch this. And chicks loved it. And his buddies were probably in the room just busting out laughing.
Yeah.
I mean...
Think about if Justin Bieber goes to a party and there's a sexy girl there. He's got his eye on her, but she's not into him because she's into his friend. What's his reaction? This girl doesn't love me, but everybody loves me. And he's at the age where it's almost hard for him to comprehend something like that.
Yeah, I think he'd just shut down. Just be like, fuck that girl, fuck this. And he'd probably just want to peace out. And his homie would be sitting there like, dude, she was feeling me. Like, what are you doing? Like,
that would probably be the situation.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have to go drive his Lamborghini intoxicated and high. But that girl wasn't feeling him, so he's like, fuck this, I'm leaving. Whatever the situation was. I don't know. I'm just, creating situations in my head. That could have been the situation, whatever, I don't know. But think about Taylor Swift. In that same situation, I think it'd be very easy for her to sleep with somebody because giving your body to somebody, allowing somebody to feel you naked and you being naked with them is a great way to feel comfort from that person. It's a great way to share yourself with somebody.
But I think...
And a lot of times it's not respected in that sense. That's how I view it, though.
Yeah, but that's just, like, I feel that the definition you just put it explains Miley Cyrus. But I might be just out of my fucking mind right now, but I think Taylor Swift is kind of... I think she's probably a prude.
Taylor?
Yeah, I do. I think Miley Cyrus is out there just horning it up. Selena Gomez is fucking Justin Bieber, and she's over here like, what the fuck are you guys doing over here? I'm making money.
You think Taylor's being a prude compared to those two?
I do. I really do. She doesn't talk about sexual things. She doesn't sing about it. She's up here being classy. Like, even though I'm not a huge fan of Taylor Swift, don't sit here and think that I'm the fucking Taylor Swift know-it-all.
Advocate.
But I just feel that she might see sex and showing off your body in different ways than other people would.
Yeah, that does. I don't think that means that she's a prude, though.
She's probably getting a blowjob here and there, but...
Come on, dude. John Mayer? John Mayer had to bang Taylor Swift.
Yeah. John Mayer's a stud.
No, but he's got fingers of...
He's a god.
His fingers are gods. They're all
every
each a
single
little
one
god.
of them is
Yeah.
just a singular god. Is what John Mayer's fingers are.
And his voice,
His voice will melt.
He sang a song
ice cream
called "Your Body Is a Wonderland."
You know who that was for?
Who was that for?
Tara Reid.
Ah, my point.
Let's go.
My point.
I'm just gonna go a list of John Mayer's fuck buddies. Jennifer Aniston.
Katy Perry's one of them now.
Katy Perry.
God.
Taylor Swift.
Things I would do to Katy Perry.
Tara Reid. Cameron Diaz.
Wow, he's really slaying.
Dude, he lays lumber like no other.
You know what? He's probably gifted in all areas but one.
Yeah.
I don't know. But actually, you know what the reality probably is? He's one of those guys. He can have his pick.
Yep.
Everybody wants him. He can have his pick, so a lot of times he just has fun. Everybody wants him, right? Even celebrities want him. Female celebrities.
Yep.
So he has his pick of the litter. Some of them are fun, but the one he wants, he can't have. So he's always chasing her and just taking what's second best.
I think you found it in Katy Perry, though.
Katy Perry...
Yeah, I think he asked her to marry him, and she said no.
Yeah, that was the story. I'm pretty sure that was the story.
He wouldn't delete other girls' phone numbers out of her phone.
Yeah, because he's a rock star, dude.
Yeah.
He's not used to somebody asking for commitment. And Katy, there's something about her that's organic.
She's a goddess.
Something about Katy is organic to me. And her and Russell Brand, there's something about Russell that's also organic. I think that they found, but he was a little bit not trustworthy. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is hard. It's hard to say from public persona, but there's something about Katy that is organic to me.
We saw her at Warped Tour.
We did?
Yeah. It was right when I Kissed a Girl came out. She was on Warped Tour.
Oh my god!
She was dating the dude from Gym Class Heroes.
You just brought that up. I didn't even fucking put those together.
Yeah.
My entire life. We sat in the back of that fucking crowd and watched Katy Perry.
And I watched her.
Holy shit.
The moment I had a crush on Katy Perry, she was at the signing booth. She was in a sundress, and she had a big hat on with red lipstick, just looking like a 1940s dime piece.
Yeah.
And that just automatically made me like, wow, you are absolutely gorgeous. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
With my last girlfriend I had, which is over a year ago. I've been single for a long time. Last girlfriend I had, I made Katy Perry the background on my phone. It was a picture of Katy Perry, and it was right when I started rapping. Because when you first start, I think, well, at least when I first started, I was a little bit above a lot of people. Because it wasn't bullshit. It was well thought out. It was well planned. Everything I do is well planned.
Yeah.
Usually, I don't go public with anything until it's well designed. For the most part, what I consider well designed, and so I told Nolan. I said, and Nolan was the guy that was rapping with me all the time. I said, dude, one day, Tiger Nolo, one day, Nolo, we're gonna be big enough to where I tweet Katy Perry and she's gonna tweet me back. And my girlfriend at the time got pretty upset about that.
Really?
Was like, yeah, you're gonna tweet her and she's gonna tweet you back, and you guys are gonna have a fucking thing, and then where am I gonna be? I was like, whoa, hold on. This is my fantasy land.
Easy.
Hey, I'm reaching up into the stars right now, so let me reach up into the stars. Yes, I love you. If that were to happen, I would be overjoyed, but never would I go, it's Katy Perry. She's probably been with a bunch of people. Russell Brand, anything Russell Brand puts his penis in, I'm staying away from as far as my penis goes. Okay?
That's just maturity, though, man. That's just, you have to understand, no offense to anybody out there. No offense to Cal, no offense to me, no offense to anybody out there.
You could offend yourself?
Yeah, I might offend myself. But if you are setting goals for yourself and it's something crazy like I'm gonna fuck Katy Perry and your significant other gets angry, she is fucking out of her mind. Out of her mind. for the fact that
she might have been out of her mind
for the
at that moment, not all the time.
For the fact that whenever, unless you are huge John Mayer status, are you going to be able to fuck Katy Perry?
Maybe if you're Tiger Nolo. I think the reason...
There was less than a 1% that ever happened.
I think that the reason why she was able to get upset about that is because she truly believed in me. She truly believed that I would make it to that point.
That's okay. That makes me feel a little less angry that she told him he could not fuck Katy Perry.
No, she didn't tell me I couldn't fuck Katy Perry. She asked where would she be if I got to the point to where Katy Perry tweeted me back.
Was she relying on you to get Tiger Nolo? Like,
no. This girl was she was a scientist making 4 times the amount of money I make now, and I make good money doing what I do.
Good for her, but
now she's back in grad school getting her doctorate. So she wasn't by any means relying on me to go anywhere and do anything. But the first time that we talked about it, and I was pretty open. I was like, I'm telling you, babe, one day I'm gonna tweet Katy Perry, and she's gonna tweet me back. I'm gonna say something about how beautiful she is, and she's gonna say, "Oh, thank you. I like your music," or something like that.
That's like me saying, "Hey, Minka Kelly, call me," and then I get a phone call 5 minutes from now saying, "What the fuck are you saying about Minka Kelly?" I don't know. That's how my girlfriend talks. She talks like an Italian guy. She's fucking weird.
Hey, yo, Derek, want to go make some spaghetti?
Some zitas, huh?
Hey, yo, Tony! Tony! Did you hear what Antone was saying about you?
No, but real talk. Minka Kelly, call me.
Did you see that thing on ESPN? It was like it was College Game Day, and a kid had a sign that said, like, the defense of this team is going to put more holes in.
Yes, and then what's her name?
It was that porn star.
Lisa Ann, and
then Lisa Ann, like, tweeted that
back.
kid.
Yeah, he went to the fucking porn awards with her.
Yeah, she brought him to the porn awards with him, or with her, or whatever.
Thank you for that.
That gives me hope.
Yeah, thank you.
Because somebody like that, I'm positive.
Do you think he slayed her that night?
No, I don't. Because
he's like, anything happened?
She probably kissed him, then maybe made out a little bit. I don't think.
Come on.
Yeah, maybe a beach.
Yeah,
I doubt they boned.
You're going all the way out there. You gotta get some sort of.
I doubt they boned, but I promise you, if it was me, we would have fucked. That's for sure.
I'm holding to that. You better believe that.
Lisa Ann. I know your reputation with no-name people. It'll happen.
Oh, fuck. Porn stars.
By the way, speaking of porn stars, I got some Jello shots left over from the Super Bowl. See the colors? That's because we're the fan of the losing team.
How are you going to just throw this out right now? Like, after... And you give me the bigger one?
What, do you want the smaller one?
Nah, it's whatever. This guy gets me drunk off beer, and then he whips out Jello shots.
Oh, it's Jello shots. You could take 17 of them and not get fucked up.
Fucking Ruffalo in here.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
YOLO.
We just talked about that. Oh.
My neighbor, she makes the best fucking Jello shots. Somebody goes, "Who made the Jello shots?" And everybody in the room goes, "Who do you think?" It was Sam. Yeah, she's the bomb at making Jello shots.
We all sang it in unison.
Uh-huh.
Who do you think? It was Sam. It was Sam.
By the way, the halftime show, Bruno Mars, mad respect. And Anthony Kiedis is like 45 with abs. What's up?
Dude looked jacked, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Those dudes have been around. I probably am so uncomprehensive to the amount of heroin that they've probably done together and still look buff, you know. But one thing that was actually cool.
They're clean now.
Yeah. One thing that was actually cool that was about that was that, everything but the vocals was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Was it
The
from
letter?
my post? Was it because I posted it? Or do you follow Red Hot Chili Peppers and you saw the letter from Flea?
No, I think this kid from college posted it and I read it off there.
Okay, cool. Fair enough. Flea wrote a note to his fans, said, "Hey, we did not have our instruments plugged in. Here's why." There's a long ass story about how they've never mimed a show before. Like one time they did on a Letterman show or something like that, but never have they mimed legitimately ever. But they were offered to play the Super Bowl. It was the first time ever. It was a huge honor to play the Super Bowl.
Oh, it's huge.
So they did. They mimed, and it was what it was. It was totally fine, but they did not plug their instruments in because they didn't want you to think that they were for real playing.
Yeah.
They wanted you to know that they were miming and still put all their heart and effort into it. And I think that's totally respectable in the sense that...
I mean, he was playing the drums. Like, you can't mime the drums, but...
Yeah, and Flea, dude, okay, when we were watching the Super Bowl, actually, I was... Because my dad and I, and my older brother, huge Chili Peppers fans. And we all know Flea, right?
Yeah.
Dude's psycho. Well, to everybody else, I was like, look at that dude. Look how he's moving and still playing. Listen how perfect he's playing while moving like that. Little did I know that they were unplugged. But at the same time, Flea is pretty psychotic looking when he plays. But he's a hell of a bass player, that's for sure.
So good. Like, you can't get mad at them for doing that whenever they did it. He wrote that first, and he played it in a studio. He plays it live every day, but one time people got mad that he was unplugged.
They played it the night before, totally live.
Yeah.
And
like, all that music was live. It wasn't from their CD. Like, it was them playing that music.
Yeah, it wasn't somebody. It wasn't a drum machine.
Yeah, like that's what I think people thought it was. Like, oh, he's not plugged in. He's just playing the fucking CD, like a Ashley Simpson shit. No, they played that the day before, just jamming out, and then they played it the next day.
Yeah,
and still put on a fucking amazing show.
Yeah, and Bruno Mars, man, did he get his fucking James Brown on or what?
Dude, he was killing it.
Do you know how much...
He's like 5'2", but I don't care. Right. He was killing it.
Do you know how much groin it takes to drop down, do the splits, and then come back up without using your hands?
Yeah.
How much groin muscle that takes? Dude, any normal person would have fucking been like, my dick's out of commission until I get home.
He does yoga.
He's got to.
He has to.
I try to get into yoga. I did a 30-day yoga challenge.
I want to.
I did 3 days, and then it got busy.
Damn.
I would have continued with it, but I got busy.
I want to do the Brick'em yoga, where it's like really hot in the room, so you just like sweat out all your fucking grossness.
That's what the NFL players do.
Yeah, I want to do that. Did you know Ray Lewis did fucking ballet?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
if you tell Ray Lewis he can't fucking
flexible.
do ballet, he can rip your face off for all I care. I don't care.
He's probably the nicest, mean-looking dude ever. Yeah. With his helmet on, the dude looks like a monster. With his helmet off, he's like, hey, I'm Ray Lewis. Hey. Nice to meet you. It's like,
Ray Lewis.
Hey, I kind of look like Lawrence Fishburne, but a lot prettier.
And I have a sweet dance.
Dude, it's crazy. Especially how nimble those NFL players are, a lot of them. So, Richard Sherman got all that hype or whatever.
Yeah.
All that stuff. No. The dude, he had one moment.
No, he was really good.
And it was the inappropriate. He made himself look like a thug or whatever.
I mean, I read an article. It was like, people want to know what it's like to be on the field, but then they bitch about it when Richard Sherman brings it to an interview.
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't like the guy. I don't like the Seahawks. Like, Russell Wilson's cool. But I don't like Pete Carroll. But the fact that Richard Sherman brought that intensity to a interview,
yeah,
he shouldn't have brought it to the press conference where he called fucking Crabtree mediocre. Like, that was stupid.
But in the NFL though, Crabtree is when he.
But you don't say that in a press conference. Though.
Yeah, you don't talk shit.
That's like talking shit on somebody's mom. Like, you just don't do that.
Yeah, but
on the field, it's totally cool. You can be like, hey, dude, fuck you. You're mediocre. I'm about to snag this ball.
Well, the thing about Richard Sherman that was funny is he's like, when you bring a sorry-ass, mediocre receiver that's 3 years out of college, and then a quarterback that's also 3 years out of college, and he's trying to go back to the Super Bowl, which he luckily got to by chance that first year, and he's actually not that good and sometimes makes really bad decisions and throws it up in the air, and he's just trying to score and going all out on his last play, and this season, that's the result you're going to get. Like, yeah, no, that's definitely the situation. Yeah, like, that was a young quarterback, young receiver, bad decision, bad pass, bad play.
Yeah, he made a good play on the ball, though.
He made a good play on the ball for a bunch of bullshit.
If he would have missed that by maybe 3 inches, that would have been a touchdown.
There's a good chance that Crabtree wouldn't have pulled it in.
You don't think so?
Crabtree's a good receiver, but I think when calling him mediocre, as far as NFL goes, yes. Calling him a sorry receiver, I don't think he's a sorry receiver, but I do think he's mediocre. I don't think Richard Sherman is as hyped as the media made him. I do think he's a good player. I think he's a very good player in the Seahawks defense. They were number one defense in the NFL, and that's how it was, and that's how it goes, because that's what they were. That's just how it is.
I feel like their line isn't shit.
Their defensive line?
Yeah.
No, their defensive line is good, but nameless, which is...
I mean, you got Richard Sherman and all those guys in the backfield.
Yeah, and Richard Sherman wasn't even a person of interest until that interview.
No. He has been known to be really good for the past 2 years.
Yeah, he's been known to be good, but he wasn't the face of the Seahawks.
Well, that's because he made.
They had the ultimate tryhard before that. They had Russell Wilson, the ultimate tryhard. He's a watered down Tebow.
No,
dude.
I'd say he's a watered down Drew Brees. He's a lot better than Tim Tebow.
No, he's a lot better than Tebow. I'm not talking about skills wise. I'm talking about personality.
Personality wise, yeah. I can see.
He's a watered down Tebow.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
The ultimate.
Skill wise, no, but person wise, yes.
Anyway, that's gonna bring the Friday Brew to a wrap this evening. So, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being with us. We really appreciate it. I appreciate it. You don't know how much it means to me that people are interested in becoming a part of this and sticking with me through it and being a part, and just wanting to be a part of it and allowing me to do it, allowing me to grow with it. Derek's going to give us a live performance. Stay tuned for that. I'll see you next week. We're having, his name is Wolf, Augie Wolf. Augie Wolf, he's a chef, ultimate chef type dude, and he's got a lot of strong opinions. It's going to be a very interesting show. Stay tuned for that next week. Peace out, Girl Scouts. See ya. Ladies and gentlemen, Derek Red.
One, two, three, 1, 2, 3. Says she wants to leave to be a model. Said she's leaving me tomorrow. Said she's leaving on the first train to Chicago, but I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. I'll ask her why she's leaving. I'll ask when she's coming home. She'll continue packing, ignore every single word she'll say. Baby, don't call my phone. Well, I'll ask when she's gonna stay. Then she'll get real mad. She'll dodge the question too, a bunch of silly things that she'll say. Baby, I'll find a bed. Says she wants to leave to be a model. Said she's leaving me tomorrow. Said she's leaving on the first train to Chicago, but I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. Do her parents know she's leaving? What will our friends do? How am I supposed to tell them that you broke my heart without just going F you? Said she wants to leave to be a model. Said she's leaving me tomorrow. Said she's leaving on the first train to Chicago, and I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. Says she wants to leave to be a model. Maybe do some television ads. She said you've got the kind of voice for the radio. That stuff's just holding me back. She said that stuff's holding me back. That stuff's holding me back. Says she wants to leave to be a model. Said she's leaving me tomorrow. Said she's leaving on the first train to Chicago, but I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. No, don't think it's ever gonna be the same. No, 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 no. Says she wants to leave to be a model. Said she's leaving me tomorrow. Said she's leaving on the first train to Chicago, but I don't think it's ever gonna be the same. No, don't think it's ever gonna be the same. Don't think it's ever gonna be the same. Thank you.
Hey man, that was awesome. Great job, dude. No, but seriously, that was awesome.